All right, listen up, everybody. My name is Townsend Myers. I'm going to tell you right now what happens when people like you and I get arrested for doing stupid stuff. And better yet, I'm going to tell you why you should not feel guilty about it. Guilt, two things. Guilt, one, did you do it? And guilt, two, did you feel guilty about it, or should you feel guilty about it? My talk is going to be about the fact that I believe guilt-free criminal defense means that guilt should not enter the picture. All right. Number one, because you probably did do it. All right, and you probably are guilty. And number two, because as I say, you should not feel guilty about it. This is all just about solving problems. Quick caveat, my talk is not about this guy with wielding the axe and killing people. This talk is about sort of party-related offenses. You can make of that what you will. And I'm going to illustrate this with a few stories. I'm going to start off with the 25-year-old me here. That is the 25-year-old me. Graduating from law school. I was destined, of course, for great things. I was a real all-American guy. I was a pretty good guy. I was a good kid, good student. A lot like this guy. You know who this is? I didn't go on to win 8 gold medals, but like this guy and like a lot of people in this room, even though I was a good guy, occasionally I had an urge to indulge in some things that maybe, you know, my parents told me I shouldn't do, but I did anyway. So, you know, should Michael Phelps feel guilty about doing this? I'm saying no. All right. Let me take another story. Here's this guy. I don't know who this is, but he looks like he's having an awfully good time. He's at a party after work. Maybe he's had a little too much to drink. He walks home because he doesn't want to drive, and he stops and he takes a pee on the side of a building, okay? But he makes it home, right? So what's the difference between that guy and this guy here? Same party, right? Same cocktails, same walk home, same building, same pee against the building, but he happened to have a cop watching him do it and wound up behind bars. Now, is there any difference between those two? My suggestion to you is that the only difference between these two is that this guy got caught, okay? He's no different, and he should feel no more guilty than the guy who made it home scot-free. All right, so let me give you a few bullet points here. If you were a good person when you were doing the act, you're still a good person even when you get arrested for it. All right. All right. I did not build in time for applause, so bear with me. Getting arrested in and of itself is not the problem, okay? Does not mean you're a bad person. All right, so all it means when you get arrested is that you have a problem and you need help solving it. All right? Let me, let's see. Okay, here's another example. Your problem is this pile of trash in front of your house. Now, do you need somebody to come give you a long lecture about how you could reduce your post-consumer waste and how you shouldn't really be throwing your writing desk and some old tires out in the trash? No, you don't need a lecture about that. What you need is this guy, okay, to come haul the pile of trash away from in front of your house. All right, my suggestion to you is that criminal defense is basically the same. When you have a problem you need solving, you need somebody, in this case, I am the garbage man, to come haul your problem away. This slide, by the way, was from my advanced Photoshop presentation that I gave a couple weeks ago. Okay, so look, let me just make a few points here in all seriousness. The guilt-free approach is not about excusing criminal conduct. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you probably have a problem, which leads me to additional point number 2 that will appear here momentarily. If your problem does stem, and this is serious, from a legitimate social, emotional, or behavioral problem, get some help for the underlying problem, okay? It's one thing to fall down drunk on Bourbon Street at a bachelor party. It's another thing to fall down drunk on Bourbon Street every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 o'clock in the morning. Third, in almost all minor criminal cases of the type I'm talking about here, the ultimate legal outcome is favorable, okay, resulting in little or no permanent damage to your life. So don't worry about it. Like I say, it's a problem that can be fixed. Why am I talking about this? 1, because I care about people. 2, because most people are really awesome. 3, because everybody makes dumb mistakes. Because you shouldn't feel like any less of a person because you get caught in a dumb mistake. Because life is hard enough already, and because sometimes life just needs a reset button. Thank you very much.